And it's the Warriors to start out. Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Mutombo. Stephen Curry's out there with Cooper. Then there's Yao. And it's Jones in at the small forward.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Thompson passes to Bird. Back to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Here's Cooper. Pass to Mutombo. Here's Yao. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Thompson passes to Garnett. Down low. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Eaton, covered by Mutombo. Lock at 6. Arenas, that's a two-pointer. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Curry looking it over. Pass to Cooper. Back to Curry. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Sixers ball.
And the 76ers with possession. Now Arenas. Pass to Thompson. Back to Arenas. Over Cooper. And it's Arenas that time on the assist by Thompson. Arenas has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Curry over Thompson. Eaton grabs the miss. Cooper against Arenas. Back to Thompson. Outside Arenas. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 4. And taken away by Arenas. On the wing, Arenas. .107 left in the first. Shot clock at 5. With the shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. Warriors trail by 5. Jones kicks to Curry. Now here is Yao. Here's Mutombo. Garnett with the block. Thompson outside. Garnett outside. Pass to Arenas. Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound. We got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside Curry. Here's Cooper. To end the drought. Unable to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers ahead, up 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Mutombo is out there with Jones. Then there's Yao. Then there's Cooper. And it's Curry in at the point. Now here's Curry. Still scoreless. Over Thompson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bird.
Golden State ball.
Curry with the bounce pass. Here's Yao. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Yao's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. To the inside. A power play by KG.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Let's check in now with our Allie Laporte, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Moving with your best start. Let's dance. Give it up to your dancing machine mascot, Franklin the Dog.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Curry against Thompson. Pass to Cooper. Back to Curry. Launches a three. And the Warriors another three.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
Garnett, right side. It's stolen by Mutombo. Here's the drive. Cooper the pass to Mutombo.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Shooting for Golden State, Dikembe Mutombo. At the line for two.
The free throw drops for Mutombo.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
And it's tied up with that one. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Garnett outside. It's stolen. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. And the Warriors miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Thompson finds Garnett. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Garnett's got 4 this quarter.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now, here's Thompson. Pass to Bird. It's stolen by Jones. Yes, that goes in. Jones has got his first bucket of the night. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And stolen by Yao. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. It's deflected. Arenas dishes to Thompson. Yep, that one goes in there. Thompson's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Thompson against Curry. Mutombo is screen on Thompson.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the block. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The Warriors, 16.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bird out there with Garnett. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Eaton in at the center, filling out the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Bird misses. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Curry passes to Cooper. Mutombo against Garnett to the middle. Pass to Garnett playing well above the rim.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Pass to Cooper. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Eaton grabs the miss. The 76ers leading. Garnett just attacking the rim.
How about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
First team foul. At the line for one, Kevin Garnett.
A free throw good from Kevin Garnett. Warriors trail by 5. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Back to Curry. A 3. Curry buries the 3 shot.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Curry's gone 3 of 5 from the arc. 60% shooting the 3 ball. Garnett finds Thompson. Back to Garnett. It's stolen by Curry. There's 1:59 left to play in the third. Garnett against Mutombo. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And the Warriors, another 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Back to Arenas. This one for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Arenas has got 7 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Cooper. Nothing on the board. Again, Curry missing. Bird against Jones. And it's Bird missing. The Warriors trail. Pass to Yao. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this is where the size of Ming is just too much. I have to foul him when he's that close.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Ming Yao taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Arenas. Releases. Warriors with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Cooper kicks to Curry. Yao up top. He has 6. Mutombo is screen on Bird. Cooper. No good with the triple. Thompson outside. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Yao. Drains it from 17 feet out. And it's 8 points for Yao.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got Jones. Mutombo is out there with Yao. Then there's Cooper. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Jones, no luck. 76ers trailing. Thompson outside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Arenas. Uncovered. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Arenas has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Here's Yao, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Warriors lead by 2. And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Bird, beyond the arc. Here's Bird with the 3.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Timeout, Warriors. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to find out what the Warriors coach was going over with his guys. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. They lead by 1. Now Curry. Stolen by Bird. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Now Thompson. 6 to shoot. Pulls the trigger, and he drains the jig.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Curry. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Yao with a screen on Thompson. That does not go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
It's tipped. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shadow.
First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
He misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Cooper against Arenas. Outside, Garnett. Just 5 to shoot. Bird! The putback saves him with the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Jones outside. 50 seconds left in the game. Here's Cooper. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Let's lose a 3. Knocks down the 3.
And Arenas loving the spotlight as well as being that guy to take and make big shots.
Timeout, Warriors. Now, here's Yao. He's covered closely. Curry outside. There's the shot. It's in.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Stephen Curry. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Thompson.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Fires away from outside. Can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but
And so off the tip, it'll be the Bulls. And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 down low. Leonard gets the bucket.
Boy, laser focus from Kawhi Leonard. He no sooner touches it than that ball is off to the rim.
Durant against Tatum. Now here's Durant. Tight defense on him. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And that one's good. Thurman.
Wow, what a smart offensive player. You can depend on Jason Tatum to take quality shots within the game plan.
Pass to Malone. Here's Durant. That one goes. Count it.
Really, there's nothing else you can do. Durant is just that good, especially that close to the rim.
Now Leonard. Back to Brown. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Hill. Bryant outside. Here's Malone. Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Gilmore grabs the miss. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. Here's Gilmore. Robinson defending. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in offense. As he said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. There's a minute 34 left in the first. Brown passes to Thurman. Chicago passing it around. Hill with the steal. Jumps up. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Pass to Brown. Back to Leonard. Over Bryant. Shot by Leonard, no good.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Durant looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Outside, Brown. Leonard for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them. Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Outside Tatum. Shot to stop the run. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. First quarter wrapping up here, and it's a tie game. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Kevin Durant, and it's Hill in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Bulls. Pass to Durant. It's stolen by Tatum. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Leonard finds Brown. Back to Leonard. Let's go with a three. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form, makes it look easy right there.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Now here's Brown. Leonard outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That is absolutely ridiculous range from Kawhi. My goodness, it feels like he just stepped across half court.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago.
Please welcome to the floor, your Bulls Breakers. Get loud for your Bulls Breakers. Let's hear it.
And here's Robinson. There's a screen. It's Hill with the drive. Shoots over Brown. And there's another one for Chicago.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Outside Tatum. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Leonard against Bryant. Rebound by the Bulls.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Leonard passes to Brown. 1:27 left in the first half. The leaner inside. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Durant, pass to Hill. Here's Malone. Chicago passing it around.
Bulls foul. Gilmore. First personal foul. First team foul.
.59 seconds left in the second. Outside, Hill. Malone, pass to Bryant. Three-pointer off the mark. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Pass to Leonard. Kick out to Brown. Here's Gilmore. Robinson defending. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Hill. Bryant outside. They need this. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Chicago. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 9 on the court for Chicago. Kawhi Leonard out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Gilmore in at the 5 spot. Yep, that one goes.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Leonard's shot's good.
Kawhi all business right now. Defense better get started. It's going to be a long night.
To the wing on the left. Here's Malone. No made baskets yet. Clock at 6. Durant against Tatum. Durant, no good.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Pass to Thurman. Leonard outside. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from Bryant. The Bulls trail by 10. The jumper from the wing, off target.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Leonard outside. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Durant. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
It's the incredible. Let's make some noise.
Here's Hill. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Malone, pass to Robinson. Chicago passing it around. Bryant outside. Just 3 to shoot. Good work defensively by Leonard. Bulls leading by 12. Pass to Brown. Leonard finds some space. Chicago with a rebound.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
To the left wing. Bryant outside to win the drought. Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum against Durant. And there's Leonard on the assist by Tatum. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score. Yeah, Yeah, the handle of Jason Tatum is special, and he has tightened that handle over the course of years.
.52 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Durant. Bryant outside. Back to Durant. Shoots over Tatum. Durant, so effective inside.
Yeah, the whole floor is open for Kevin Durant offensively. Mid-range is his sweet spot, folks.
Brown passes to Thurman. There's Tatum with the three. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Outside, Hill. Outside Durant. Lets the three fly. Sends it home from three-point land. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Chicago ahead. They lead by 13. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
It's the fourth quarter.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Durant in at the three. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Brown passes to Thurman. On the wing, Tatum. Up again. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Back to Hill. Bryant outside. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Thurman. Thurman's got 4 rebounds now. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Outside Tatum. Here's Gilmore, covered by Bryant. And he nails it!
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Timeout, Bulls! The Bulls trail by 18. Outside, Hill. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Durant misses the three.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Here's Thurman. Now Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And there's another one for Chicago.
Well, the mid-range absolutely a part of Kawhi Leonard's offensive arsenal. Defense can't expect him to pass those up.
The Bulls trail by 20. There's a minute 54 left in the final quarter. Bryant against Leonard. Bryant, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball for the Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Robinson, a screen on Brown. Here's Hill. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Chicago leading by 20. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Outside Tatum. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
He hits the second from the line. They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
Here's Hill. Leonard pulls down the board. And so here is Chicago. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And again, Chicago no good. Outside, Hill. Durant with a screen on Brown. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pass to Thurman. Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Hill with the steal. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
and it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Klay Thompson. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Holmgren. Then it's George, and it's Kidd in at the point. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's O'Neal. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Over 7 feet. Big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Shooting 2.
That's good from O'Neal. And he can't hit the second. Here's Orlando now. Johnson with it. Johnson sets the screen for Westbrook. Here he goes. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Athletic finish off an explosive drive. We've seen this movie before, folks, starring Russell Westbrook.
Kidd passes to Holmgren. Back to Kidd. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Carter. That shot misses. Excellent D there from George. And Thompson kicks to Kidd. For 3, Holmgren buries the long-range jumper.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Carter. Chicago grabs the miss.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
It's stolen by Johnson. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. Thompson in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Carter at the elbow. Over George. And it's Carter missing. Chicago leading by 6. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
The 3 from George. Good on the triple.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter with the three. The Magic again can't hit. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-2 run. Holmgren outside. Thompson looking for an opening. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Shot clock at 6. The three from George. Chamberlain with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Johnson outside. Outside Westbrook. The tray. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then there's Kidd. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Pass to Carter. And the layup falls. Carter's got his first points of the night.
He is just always a step ahead of the defense. Magic runs this offense with absolute precision.
Kidd passes to Thompson. Offline with his 3. The Magic trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The kick out to Westbrook. A basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. Westbrook's got 5.
Westbrook is so much more difficult to defend when that 3 ball is going down.
Holmgren outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Shaq misses. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Carter, the pass to Chamberlain. The shot missing. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Chamberlain hits them both. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Holmgren outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Thompson. And again, Chicago. No good. Westbrook kicks to Johnson. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Chamberlain. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Thompson misses. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Westbrook a screen on Thompson. Right side Westbrook. Chicago grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside, George. Trying to get something going. And it's sent back by Carter. Pass to Johnson. Outside Westbrook. Chamberlain. Great positioning on the putback.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's Kidd. Thompson for the triple. Good in the assist to Kidd. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Carter. Now Kidd. Holmgren outside. There's the triple, and the three ball is good. He has 6.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Carter against George. And here's Carter. Chamberlain with a screen on George. Outside Carter. No good. And so we conclude the first half. Bulls lead by 7. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
20.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
But he's a problem, no doubt about it. One that opposing teams have to grapple with every time he takes the floor.
They've got Mourning. Russell Westbrook out there with Magic Johnson. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Carter in at the 3 spot. This is out there for Orlando. The Bulls leading by 7. George dishes the Kid. Back to George. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Pass to Johnson. Now here is Mourning. Orlando moving the ball around. Westbrook from the top of the key. He buries it. Westbrook's got the first basket of the second half here for the Magic. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. George, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Carter kicks to Johnson. Back to Carter, to the paint. Here's Mourning. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
Now, here is George. 6 points for him. Carter pulls it in. Here's Johnson at the elbow, Westbrook. Pass to Chamberlain, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Bulls leading by 3. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And here's Thompson. Lots of room. Count the basket. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And this is Thompson's game. A lights-out shooter from basically anywhere on the floor.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Pass to Carter. Clock at 6. And he drops it in from the low post. Carter's got 6.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Johnson, the pass to Mourning. Pass to Carter. Wide open. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Shaq's got his 6th rebound on the night. Holmgren outside. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. George, no good. The Magic trail by 5. Carter dishes to Johnson. Outside Westbrook. Five on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now, here's Thompson. Thompson gets it inside.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
And so it's Chicago, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Klay Thompson is out there with Kidd. Then it's George. Then there's Holmgren. And it's O'Neal in at the 5. Thompson inside the line. No good off the front iron. The Magic trail by 7. Johnson outside. Pass to Mourning. They double-team Chamberlain. Mourning a screen on George. For 3, Westbrook. Rebound by the Bulls. O'Neal's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Kidd passes to Holmgren. Now Thompson over Carter. Johnson rips down the board.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Holmgren looking around. Oh, and wide open, nails the chain.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
The Magic called timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the Magic coach as he addressed his team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Johnson outside. Outside Westbrook. And Thompson sends it back.
In terms of off guards, Thompson is an all-defensive team-level player, can compete with the best of them.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. George looking over the floor. Here's O'Neal. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Magic trail by 9. Warning a screen on Kidd. Outside Westbrook. Deflects the pass. And George, here he goes. Oh, what a finish.
A fantastic shooter from deep. George forces defenders out, and then that just opens up the driving lanes for him.
Mourning with the screen. Outside Westbrook for 3. Down he goes for 3.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Outside Holmgren. Outside Kidd. Here's George. And he does not hit. Thompson against Westbrook. A shot from 6. The shot is good.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Now O'Neal. Oh, the size and the force of Shaquille O'Neal.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
Showing the moves down low.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Thompson buries the deep ball.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Westbrook. The 3 is off. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
At the line for the Bulls, Shaquille O'Neal taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty, missing both. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. They trail by 9 points. The 3 doesn't go, and that's an intentional foul.
Wilt Chamberlain. Second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Shaquille O'Neal. 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. O'Neal hits them both.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shaq.
Warriors off the tip. And the starting group for Chicago. Kawhi Leonard out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Thurman in at the power forward.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
Brown against Booker. Pass to Tatum. Out to Leonard. The 3-ball. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Booker with a screen on Leonard. James passes to Booker. Here's Lanier. Blocked! Brown against Booker. Pass to Thurman. And here's Tatum. And there's a pick. And that one's good. Thurman. And here's Payton. Outside Booker. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. That one no good. Leonard finds Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Booker has got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 5-point game. And the shot goes.
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Brown passes to Leonard. Good. And Brown gets the assist. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Leonard's gone 2 for 2 from distance tonight. Pass to Payton. Back to James. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lanier. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Here's James, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Outside Booker. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
The easy money there for Booker. You can't let him get this close with the ball.
Brown passes to Leonard. Brown, a screen on James. Pass to Thurman. Booker against Brown. And no good. Excellent D there from Booker. Here's Lanier. Here's James. Leonard defending. Oh, Brown hammers it home.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Chicago ahead, up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
They've got Devin Booker, and it's Duncan in at the 4. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Pass to Booker. Shoots over Brown. Booker no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Tatum against Payton. Here's Thurman. Leonard passes to Thurman. There's Tatum with the 3. Jason Tatum! He's a sharpshooter!
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Pass to James. Six to shoot. Down low. Lanier. It's hauled in by Thurman.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Leonard outside. No good from outside. Warriors trail by 6. James passes to Booker. And here's Payton. Back to Booker. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
You see the level of confidence Booker possesses. Outstanding off the catch.
Pass to Thurman. Now Leonard puts up a 3. Offensive board. Gilmore no good. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Duncan, pass to Booker. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to James. Just 5 on the clock.
Perfect timing. Gets into the passing lane, and then he's off the other way.
Here's Thurman. Brown looking around. Tatum a screen on Booker. Here's Brown. Hey, Brown in traffic.
Can't pin the blame on the defense. Sometimes Brown makes challenging shots right in your face.
James passes to Booker. Three-pointer connects from downtown. Booker's got 6 here in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game. It's Leonard with a good look inside.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Warriors trail by 4. James outside. Inside, Duncan. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Payton against Tatum. Pass to Leonard. Over James. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Bulls out in front, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Chicago leading by 4. And for Chicago, let's take a look. We've got Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 spot. Here's Thurman. Leonard on the wing. Check by James. Fade away. The kick to Tatum. There's the triple. Lanier with the rebound. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Payton with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Tries the spin move. Outside for Booker. Here's Duncan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
They set the screen. Pulls it from the top of the key, and he hits the jumper. That's 12 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, you expect tremendous effort from a scorer like Booker, but it's still impressive to see him delivering.
Pass to Brown.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
The Warriors trailing. Now Payton hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And there's James from the arc. He buries it from three.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Chicago with the ball. And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Tatum against Payton. Pass to Thurman. Chicago passing it around. 4 on the clock. Back to Leonard. Over James. Here's Gilmore. And no good, trying to use the glass. The Warriors leading. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
At the line for the Warriors, Payton. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. A minute 29 left in the third quarter. Pass to Thurman. Outside Tatum. Here's Thurman. Clock at 6. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And again, Chicago, no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Payton passes to James. They set the pick. LeBron at full speed. And Lanier gets it to go.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Tatum. Kick out to Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Counted. 9 points for LeBron James.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Here's Thurman. Pass to Leonard. Shoots. Warriors with the rebound. Lanier's got 4 rebounds now. Now Payton. Outside Booker. Takes a 3. That shot missing. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. Up by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Devin Booker, and it's Payton in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Tatum. Fires from deep. Drains the triple.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
James against Leonard. James passes to Booker. With the floater. Chicago with a rebound.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Outside Tatum. Poke loose. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Outside Booker. Beyond the arc. Shot's no good. Here's the pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. To take the lead. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Booker with it. Now here's Payton. No one near him. It's good. What a J.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Thurman. Leonard fires. Counted. Leonard for 3.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
James deciding where to go with it. Can't get it. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. A minute 20 left in the 4th quarter. Now James. There's the drive. Oh, no good on the layup. Here's Chicago now. The lead is 2. Now Leonard. Leonard, double team. Spins. Here's the pass to Brown for 3. Oh, he cannot hit.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Timeout Bulls. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Tatum. Oh, Tatum! Flying high for the follow.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
James inside. Leonard defending. Here's Booker from deep. That misses.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Brown. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. James against Leonard. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from James.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a 1-possession game.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Yeah, to tie it up, absolutely. Let's see what they run here.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he's unable to get the second one. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
And that's been the theme of the night. Stringing together stops has been difficult.
Timeout, Bulls. Close game sees Chicago taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just defeat.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So with James on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Joel Embiid out there with Howard. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Worthy. And it's Artest in at the point. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Arenas. Garnett outside. Thompson outside. Now, here is Bird. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. The rebound by Worthy. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Here's Embiid. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
Thompson passes to Garnett. Pass to Arenas. From outside the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now, here is Artest. He's covered by Arenas. Back to SGA. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Arenas against Artest. Garnett kicks to Thompson. Lays it up off the glass.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Artest. Launches it. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Thompson. Garnett outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Embiid. Puts up a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Artest. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. On defense, Miami. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The three-pointer, no good. SGA on the wing. He's covered by Arenas. Back to Artest. Outside, SGA. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid sets the pick for SGA. A putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Love the activity from Embiid, just doing whatever he can to keep plays alive, getting rewarded for it there.
Arenas kicks to Garnett. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
The 76ers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Team foul. At the line for your
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. 1 shot.
Garnett, shooting one.
Free throw drops for Garnett. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And so it's the Miami Heat with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Thompson is out there with Arenas. And it's Garnett, and it's Bird, and it's Eaton in at center. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. No good from Howard. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Arenas. Ooh, what a slam! What a slam!
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
Now the Heat with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Bird pulls it in. And so Bird will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Back to Arenas. Again, the miss by Arenas. The Heat leading by 4. Artest the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bobbed up there for Howard. Worthy against Arenas. In the corner, it's Bird. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Bird's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Embiid against Garnett. Here's Artest, and he comes up with the deuce. Artest's got 8 points. And Philadelphia has possession. It's a 3-point game. Garnett outside. Pass to Bird. The 76ers, another 3.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch-and-shoot game.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Artest. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Arenas kicks to Thompson. Back to Arenas. Here's the 3. Worthy with the rebound. The Heat with the lead. SGA finds Embiid. Down low. The kick out to Worthy. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. Howard, the pass to Worthy. Got a piece of it.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Now, here's SGA. After the miss from Kevin Garnett. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Artest the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. SGA against Bird. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Miami ahead, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from live. They're measuring up that shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. On Artest with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The 76ers trail. So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Worthy out there with Embiid. Then it's Artest. Then there's Howard. And it's SGA in at shooting guard. Now here is Artest. Gilbert Arenas missing his last shot. Embiid kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Thompson with the rebound. And the 76ers with possession. Outside Arenas. Garnett outside. Thompson looking for an opening. Up top, Bird. Covered by Artest. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Shea takes the hit and still gets it to go.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
On deep, Arenas. Here's Heaton, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwight Howard.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
The 76ers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Garnett against Worthy. Howard, that's good. And the Heat lead by 4.
And the strength of Howard is tremendous, which makes him hard to stop when he catches it that low.
Arenas passes to Thompson. At 3 off the mark. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Back to Artest. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the Heat good for 2.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And Embiid with the block. And he's able to get it back. Thompson passes to Garnett. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Heat. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
With the way that Embiid moves at 280 pounds, I don't know how anyone defends that man.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
And Embiid drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Thompson. Arenas adds a 2-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Arenas has got his second bucket tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here is Artest. 10 points for him. The offensive rebound. And Howard with the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 8.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Worthy kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Artest. Back to SGA. Got a piece of it, and they recover it. Back to Artest. Fires from deep. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson way outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Miami holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Garnett is out there with Bird. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then it's Thompson. And it's Eaton in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Worthy kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Artest. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It goes straight through with the switch.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Eaton. He's guarded by Howard. Shot clock at 5. Now Bird. Layup no good. And here's Worthy. Outside Artest. Here's SGA. No problem with the wide open jam.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now here's Arenas. Takes advantage. That J is good. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Launches it. Not gonna go.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now Garnett. Puts up the 3. Does not go in.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
SGA against Thompson. Now here's Howard. Outside Embiid. Gilgeous-Alexander. Dead-eye shooting from Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Arenas against Artest. Garnett outside. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Here's Artest. Gilgeous-Alexander. Trained from outside.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Worthy feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. It's off. And so Bird will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 14. And that one falls. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And now, our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.